Okay, we're currently live.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
Testing. Hello.
How come I don't see our image?
Because it's that.
Oh, okay.
I guess when we like officially go live, then
Mine's not. Hold on.
Yeah, the mics are definitely on. And the audio is bad as well. I know. You see, somehow the world's gonna change for me and be so wonderful. It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up, the members of my nation. It's your time to be. It's your chance. So when you take one, let's see the brighter side of every situation. Plan to me, so give me your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to
Just
me.
hit the east side and the LBC on the mission
no.
trying to
No,
find
you
this
ruined it.
Warren G.
You ruined it.
Freaking black people.
Oh my gosh.
Is it weird that I thought the exact same thing when Lewis was counting us down? I was like, oh, he had
Yeah.
curly theme song.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I was pretty sure that's why he did that. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's your gearhead, Mr. Logic, yo. You already know. Introduce yourself, because
What time it is? It is podcast time, you guys. It's me, your lovely Nate.
Hey. Sir Daniel, you already know what it is.
And this is one thing for sure, two things for certain. Make sure if it's your first time, yo, you hit that subscribe button, you hit that like, yo. You know what's going down, yo. We got some beautiful topics for y'all today, but let's keep tradition. Let's talk about how your day was, love.
My day was fine. It was okay.
You sure you ain't having a seizure?
Another $1.
Another day, another nickel.
Sound like true hustlers.
Yeah, work is work. What can I say?
For the truly.
Like, there's nothing much to say. Ben?
Oh, you know what? I thought I heard something.
Rip.
Yeah. So I went to the DMV today.
Oh.
Got a new driver's license.
Oh, yeah. You know you're gonna have to show us those pictures, bro.
How long were you there?
I don't keep my wallet on me. I keep it in the car because if I don't, I'm gonna lose it. So
what are you gonna do? Commit a crime, bro?
No, yes. I mean, no. Be cool. No, but
you already did. You stole that sweater from one of your
Don't leave your wallet in the car. Somebody break into that bitch and steal it.
There's no money in there.
And now they're Benjamin.
Yeah, for real. Like,
I mean, go ahead. You know, actually, that did happen to me. Someone stole my wallet. Someone stole my wallet, and then
you laughed.
They paid off all of my credit cards.
I don't believe you.
No, but they used my money to pay it all off.
Their credit cards.
No.
Or
yeah, they made him responsible.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me somebody stole your wallet, took your money, and paid off your credit cards?
You sure it wasn't your parents?
Huh?
You sure it wasn't your parents? Yeah.
So like they paid off my credit cards. You know, I'm guessing because like they wanted to use them. And as soon as I got I remember logging into my banking apps and I saw that all my credit cards were paid off, and I was like, I gotta cancel my credit cards. This ain't right. I didn't agree to this.
I would be freaking out. I'm like, who the hell trying to make me responsible?
For real, dude. So my credit score did shoot up. It was pretty good.
Yo, speaking of credit cards, one time, this was obviously before, you know, I worked where I work, and I paid off one of my credit cards. And at this time, I don't know why, I was like, you know what, let me just link it directly to my savings instead of doing a transfer. I don't know why. This was before I knew anything. This is me being a dum-dum. But I paid it off. The credit card was completely paid off, but the money was still in my account. And I was like, oh.
They don't take it right away.
No, it never left, Jason. It never left.
Yo, I would have pulled that money out. Straight up, I would have pulled that money out. Like, yo, my mistake. Nope, yours.
Like,
did they ever take the money?
No.
No? You just got a freebie?
I guess. I called.
Privilege.
We just want to say thank you to the people not doing their jobs at the bank. Feel free to drop as much money you want in my account. You're not going to get it back. I will literally change my identity.
No, is it even illegal? Like if they make an error and you take the money out?
You could get penalized if you don't give it back, but
penalized like in what way? Like are they going to charge you or?
If I'm not mistaken, you have an agreement with them.
Yeah.
So if they make an error on their part, you would technically owe the money back.
Send it to collections.
Hey.
Collections.
Listen, there's many cases where, you know, people have seen like large amounts of money deposited by mistaking their account, and they take that shit.
No.
Like, yo, you're going to have to find me.
Send it to collections. I'll just make
God wanted me to have this money. That's
if
the response.
If it wasn't true, why is it here?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the lady that took my picture, I remember she took my picture and I, you know me, I always like to ask them whenever I get a new ID photo anywhere. I'm like, hey, can I see the photo? They show me, and I think it was like this. like dude, now I'm like, okay, no, I have to retake it. She's like, well, you look so handsome, and I was like,
she called you handsome,
shut up, lady. Yeah, shut up, bitch. Let me retake that photo. I said it to her.
No, you didn't. You were like, oh,
the entire DMV fell silent, and I was like,
you see, that's you playing too much. You gonna mess around, though. You gonna have points on your license, and not even know why.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably watching.
Mm-hmm.
And
bench warrant.
So I was like, so you know, I had to smile better. But yeah, can't stick. Charges don't stick on me. You know what it is. Cerzania, I'm slippery. I'm a slimy devil.
If you say so.
Slimy.
How was your day, Jason?
I'm bent out, bro. My back is jacked up again.
Yeah. Your back is all bent.
Not in your way.
Right.
Work's been good. It's just, it's a little bit challenging in the sense of my I'm having little complications here and there, knee giving out.
Show everyone your cane. Pretty please. With the cherry on top. It's the cane.
Oh,
you get way too excited for that. I don't like using the cane.
Guys, you have no idea how hilarious it was to walk in the studio and see Jason with a cane, and he's there introducing me to two very professional and successful people that were in the studio, and I was like, oh my god, holding the laughter because they're saying something serious. So, and then Jason is in the background like this.
Let it be known that Nat is ableist.
So why is it funny, Nat?
I don't
think that's funny at all.
It wasn't.
Nate,
that's not okay.
Don't gang up on me.
Ain't nobody ganging up on you.
I'm just speaking for what's right.
Why is it funny?
It's not okay to laugh at the elderly.
Oh, you got jokes. You want to go there?
Yeah.
You want to go there, Whoopi Goldberg? We can go in.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Mr. What's Atuya said, oh, no, this guy's going to be in a wheelchair.
Oh, my God. Y'all open the floodgate.
Now, once Jason gets in the back on his bike.
Yeah,
that's pretty much confirmed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Jason,
Avidas and farewell.
If you want to stay on your bike as long as you can, be a safe rider. Don't think of it as, oh, you're ruining the fun. No, think of it as, no, I want to ride my bike this time in the future. Let me be safe. So that way I can have even more fun in the future.
I was a safe rider. I am a safe rider. And I still,
will be an even safer rider.
Nothing bad's going to happen. I hope not. But if it did, you live for the moment.
All we can ever do is hope.
Yeah, So on that, I just look at it. My day's been fine. I got to put on the tire today on the bike. I'm just excited because that's my happy place. It's been a minute since I've been able to ride on twos. So once I'm back on twos, it's like I find my common ground. And as I find my common ground, I think for the most part, it's exhilarating. It's my freedom. I'm able to breathe. I'm able to be at peace with myself. I know a lot of people don't understand because they're like, oh, you got hurt and you can die. I'm like, well, no disrespect, love. I'm going to die one day.
I know.
It's better to die in the moment doing something that you love than to basically go through life asking yourself, what if? I'm an adrenaline junkie. I like speed. I like going fast. I like thrills. That's why, I'm always doing crazy shit. So I always leave it at that. And then as far as, my body being bent out, I just go to the gym, I work out, I do what I got to do. And hopefully, I repair myself. It's just taking step by step to get that done. But when it comes to work, man, work's been crazy, to be honest. Like in a good way, but at the same time, you ever got to the point where, what did Albert Einstein say? Doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting a different result is
the definition of insanity.
And because that plays in my head, that's why I think like you always try to do something different. That's why a lot of us are like caught in this whole fixture of wanting to escape. I'm not going to call it the Matrix because it's not the fucking Matrix. But you remember, I think I sent you the video on Instagram with the dude crying in his car because he's just tired of working. And I don't think it's people that are tired of working. I think they're tired of working for someone else, knowing that it's a forever cycle. And this is where, I tell you guys viewing this show, you got to challenge yourself. Like, the truth of the matter is starting this podcast was possibly one of the best things to ever happen to me. Amongst with other things, and the reason why I say that is because I'm literally pushing my dream out, and me pushing my dream out, there's no what ifs, and I got to find people. I got you on my team, I never thought a day in my life, honestly, we would be cool like that. I'm just going to be straight up. Same thing with Ben, same thing with, Lewis. So
I agree.
For everyone that's basically caught up, I'm not trying to, don't quit your job and do no stupid shit, but have a plan, bro. Like, learn to be free. You gotta do the little things that make the biggest impact in your life. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, we run it that way.
Does the audience even know how we all met?
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
No, I don't think so. We all known each other.
We all met at work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We all met at work. Jason, as all of you may know, just from his looks very intimidating.
Oh God.
You know, Mr. I'm intimidating.
That's you. That's
me imitating you.
Number one, I don't have a grumpy look on my face.
You always look grumpy. What do you mean?
The fuck you nodding your head for?
Because she's speaking facts. I thought we were 1424. We don't walk on eggshells. What's going on?
One thing for sure, two things for certain is Jason is that you have a grumpy face.
Okay, but I'm not. I don't see how I'm intimidating. I really don't.
There's a camera on me.
God shit.
Let me tell you something. As a man, that shit can't fly. They got the game all fucked up. You all know why? That's pretty much him. He's like, I'll bust your fucking head in. He says stuff like that.
Number one, they got the game all fucked up, and I'll crack your motherfucking skull.
See?
Okay, that I didn't say bust your head. And number two, that's not being intimidated. That's being straight, blunt, and forward.
So you don't think being blunt and straightforward can be intimidating to some people?
Depends what your intentions are.
My intentions are sex.
I know. Okay, maybe
God.
talking to some. Not with me.
Whoa.
Not with me.
I have a girlfriend, mister.
Yeah. Does she know?
That me and you?
Nah, don't even play like that. Don't even play like that.
That's being satire, guys.
Thank you, love. Thank you. This boy is too satire sometimes. Nah, but for the most part, you know what I mean? Like, we all met at Best Buy. This is where we worked. And
which we don't work there anymore.
We don't. You know what I'm saying?
Am I on camera?
Hey, man, feel free to do what you do. I know this Nate was scared of me, apparently. Can you explain why? I still don't understand what made me scary.
Okay, so when I first started, everybody loved you. So,
Lies.
The department that I worked for, we were linked with other departments, which was Jason's department. And so they're like, oh, if you have any questions about, like the car stuff, ask Jason. He's great. He's such a great guy. Everybody was talking so fondly of you. I was like, okay, cool, bet. All right. And the day came where we met. I think you had like introduced yourself, like we were we were like in a group, and I'm like, oh, okay. At like first glance, I was like, okay, he's, a little intimidating. The way you speak, your tone of voice, you're very confident in the way that you talk, in the way that you present yourself. Your eyes, you look at people in their eyes when like you
Shut
speak.
up. Shut up. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Comment about Jason's eyes.
Oh, God. You're supposed to look people in the eyes when you talk to them.
Yeah. I cannot.
Is it my fault that
guys, for the life of me, ever say a compliment to either my man or to whoever I'm close with, saying you have such soft eyes or you have nice eyes, without thinking of Ben and Jason?
Not my fault. No.
Yeah, it is your fault.
They get a little wet when you feel me.
Who?
Me.
You get wet.
Yeah.
When
I'm looking.
All right. Continue.
Anyways, and so there was one specific day where I had to go into the install bay to like ask you for help because I had a customer. And
scared as hell.
Yes, because you were working on a car and I did not want to interrupt you because, I didn't want you to mess up or anything. I don't know. So I was like very professional because I didn't want to be out of pocket or say anything, bad, and then have you be like, excuse me, you're not supposed to be back here, or you're not supposed to do that, you're supposed to clear by somebody else, or like telling me that I fucked up in like a very like aggressive way, which
I think I'm a nice supervisor.
Which you never were. No, you always looked out for your employees. And you were a great supervisor. But like at first glance, obviously given like my type of personality, I'm very like, So I was a little intimidated by you. I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Are you still intimidated?
No. You're intimidating, but I know you, so I'm not intimidated by you.
See, break the ice. Ben?
Yeah, sometimes Jay make me tucker my butthole. This
What?
is a good thing. Pucker my butthole.
How the fuck? Well, explain that shit.
Huh?
Explain that shit. What do you mean pucker? Why would I make you pucker your butthole? What did I? Hold on, no, wait.
You're asking.
What situation?
I remember one time, bro. Jay was yelling at me, bro.
I wasn't yelling. I was talking to you.
I was talking pretty smooth, and we got back to his bedroom, and then he just started yelling, and he was like, "Open, close," and I was like, "Oh my god."
Boy, you about to get my eye twitching.
It's already been twitching. So the story of how me and Jay met, actually, I met him at my interview, actually. This one. I met him at my interview. And it was him, one of my bosses, which is now my boy, his name is Victor. And
shout out to Vic.
Vic, if you're watching, bro, we still send memes to each other. I have a good relationship with all my bosses. Who was the third person that was there? Jay, it was, don't say anything. It was Josh. There you go, Josh. Josh Reed. And yeah, I remember I'm sitting there, just doing my thing, talking my talk, because I'm really good at interviews. I'm really good at speaking to people when they ask me questions. And then I remember Jay was like, "Your last name is Baptiste," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You're Haitian?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like,
I see it.
Yeah. And then so at that time I was like, I remember, and this is what I remember from the interview. Jason, he says to me, he's like, "I need you to write something on this sticky note." That was his question. I need you to write something on the sticky note. So I took a sticky note and I just wrote something on it and I passed it back to him.
But you got it right, bro.
Yeah. And then Jay was like, I was the only person that understood what he meant when he said write something on the paper. And that was mainly because
common sense, baby.
You see, I would have thought it, but I would have been too scared to do it because I would have been like, no, what if they don't get my sense of humor?
The only reason why I felt comfortable to do that was because the earlier interaction that I had with Jason.
Oh, okay.
When he was like, and I was like, okay. And I was like, I get it, right? Like, not every Haitian, right? But when Haitians recognize that you're a Haitian, it's like
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like
unite.
Spider-Man, they're like, Spider-Man.
Exactly. It's like, you.
It's almost like Haitians come off an assembly line.
Yeah.
Either heavy with church or heavy in voodoo. There's no in between. So like his mom is like my mom. Like, yo, you go in the crib, yo, they got the shikina on and they're praying. And half the time they can scare you while you're sleeping because in a Haitian household, you'll be asleep. And out of nowhere, my mom is yelling, chanting. And it's like, what happened? Praise the Lord, kill the devil. And I'm like, bro, I was sleeping, bro. Like
my mom would just be in the kitchen just yelling. And honestly, I think
you ever had the anointing oil while sleeping on you?
No, that's bro, that shit on my fucking head.
Bro, sleeping, doused in oil. And I'm like, yo,
hey, dude,
I'm sleeping.
But I honestly
I'm thankful, but I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I honestly think the reason why my life, I'm not fucking like dead or anything like that is because my mom prays so religiously, for lack of better words. Like, no, but like
it's real.
Even though I'm saying that, I honestly feel like it's real. It's it's like thought, it's intention. It's like it's literally manifestation. So my mother, bless her heart, she's always praying so hard. So I feel like because of her is why even when bad things happen, I always like come out of it like okay, right? So. Yeah. So yeah, my mom is like,
I know my guardian angel ain't got no hair like I got. Like we probably have the same hairline because the shit.
Check off her head right now.
I would do that to him.
Bet you won't.
Oh,
you gonna challenge me and shit. All right,
like big hair, bro.
That's what she said. All right, you know what? The hat going back on. You lost that privilege.
Yeah, we all can't. Oh man,
it's okay.
Listen. All I'm saying, like, when it comes to that, like, yo, I'll tell you right now, the power of prayer is real.
Power of prayer is definitely real.
But on that note, let's get into these topics, yo.
Get into it.
All right.
Introduce the first one, Jason.
So the first one, as you know, we got a Disney fanatic in the house. Nate loves Disney. She is part of the Illuminati. with the wizardry and the butterbeer drinking, Harry Potter toting.
Yo, butterbeer.
You know,
It's not that great.
why are you scissoring with your fingers?
No, I was doing 33 for the.
You see the dark history on it. So now we're basically gonna go into it. First thing is apparently they're making a live action. What do you call it? Moana.
There's no H.
Ohana means family.
That's Lilo and Stitch.
Family.
So
I know that.
now that
They're
being
remaking
said,
that too, live action.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So to get into it, how do y'all feel about that? Because apparently The Rock's going to be in it, and I think there's going to be blowback from it.
I mean,
no, because he was Maui originally in the animated movie.
Yeah, he was the voice. So
like it only makes sense, right, that they make him Maui.
He's also half
right?
Samoan too.
But the thing with that is it's a cash grab. You know, like usually they remake the classics, you know, from like 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Moana was dropped in 2016. You know, we're in 2023. That's less than a decade, and they're remaking the movie.
Right.
So, like, who is this for, right? Who is this movie actually for?
Oh, so
the Polynesian people, essentially.
Yeah, so but remakes are made like time in advance, like 10 years, you would say?
No, they're not made in advance. It's just like it's more so like
that's the wrong word.
If like a decade at least goes by before a live action is made. You know, so they did this one quick, and the blowback that I see that's going to happen from I'm calling it how I see it because of the woke culture or whatever you want to call it, cancel culture. The fact that I could see people saying, well, that's an unfair because they didn't change the ethnicity of his characters. How convenient. You know, and instead of people just appreciating, there's always going to be somebody to complain.
No, and honestly, what I have to say to that is, suck your mother robot. But it's the law of diminishing returns. You know, Disney is starting to feel the effects of soullessly remaking classic movies. Yeah, and honestly, they're creatively bankrupt. They're running out of ideas.
Well, DeSantis pulled that rug underneath their feet and made them pay those taxes.
Oh, yeah.
So Disney took a hard hit. Disney took a hard hit on that one.
You know, and they are losing a lot of money on a lot of their properties, and it's because for whatever reason they're still not listening to fans, and they think that they can bank on nostalgia and stuff like that. And so, like again, they're remaking Moana, they're remaking Snow White, they're remaking The Little Mermaid, and they're remaking Peter Pan, and they're not even calling it Peter Pan anymore. They're calling it Peter Pan and Wendy. And on top of that, Peter Pan is unrecognizable.
Fast food?
Huh?
What is this? Fast food?
Yeah,
Peter
for
Pan
real.
and Wendy? Like, no disrespect, but come on, man.
But that's been like that has been the trend. You know, it's what's called
fact checking,
bait and switch. You know, where you think you're getting one thing,
but you're getting a whole bundle of bullshit,
thing, right? So it happened. Let's see, it happened with Doctor Strange. In his movie, you thought it was going to be the sequel, but it was actually about Wanda and America Chavez.
Yeah.
You know, it happened with in Hawkeye, you thought it was going to be about him, but it was actually them introducing the new Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. They even did the same thing with Black Widow. You thought it was going to be about her, but it was actually about them replacing her with her sister, Yelena.
I'm sorry. Like, can we
is it that boy?
Yeah, that's
Peter?
That's Peter. That's supposed to be Peter.
Guys, if you have a chance, look this shit up.
Yeah,
what? That's not.
It's Peter. It's bro. Peter only in name. You know, they made him.
Come on, bro.
They made him a brown kid. You know, and this is
what happened to the blonde hair and the blue eyes?
No, he was ginger.
Oh, that's right. And he was. He was.
And what's happening, and I'm sure a lot of people have noticed, is that they are slowly erasing gingers from all media. You know
why?
Like Annie, little orphan Annie. They made her black.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Next thing you know, Wendy's is gonna have, instead of red hair, she's gonna have brunette.
Yeah, she's gonna be a fucking black chick. Yeah. You already saw with Ariel, they made her black. April O'Neil in the new TMNT movie,
right?
They made her black.
Yeah,
you know?
she's always been.
Is there?
We don't know.
I don't know.
But it's weird. It's suspicious.
It honestly is weird because I don't know the reason as to why they're replacing ginger characters with black people. I guess like. You can say that the reason why ginger characters were created was an allegory for minority because there aren't really that many ginger characters, right? Or ginger people in the world. I mean to say. So like you can see them as a minority. So why not just replace a minority with another minority, right? So that's why I see it. Like they also made Starfire black in the new Titans series.
What?
Yeah. She's
God,
orange,
man,
right?
they
She's
just keep-
orange.
Starfire is the
Why are
one.
they doing that,
Wait,
bro?
she's the one with like the long hair, like
She's the alien.
She's the alien.
She's strong as
bright
shit.
No,
pink,
she's cool.
pinky
But yeah,
orange.
exactly. They made her black in the new Titan series. So yeah,
You
they're
remind me of Starfire.
Me.
not even a
Yeah,
little.
no, because the way her mind is, like, she's innocent,
Oh,
and she'll
she's not
basically.
innocent.
See, I didn't say all that, but for the most part,
evil.
because like Starfire, and when she's in a relationship with
Yeah.
Robin, she be putting their business out there innocently, and I feel like Nate would do that, not
I don't put my
intentionally.
business out there
Innocently?
No. I mean, not like you know.
You see that blink and that. That was That's my point.
I mean, like I'll talk about my life, but I won't,
Like, let me give you an example. Say there's something personal between her and her man, and a same situation if someone's talking about the same situation with a man, she'll blindly, basically, not intentionally, I feel like you'll blindly be like, yeah, I was dealing with that with Ray, and you just put his whole business out there without trying to.
If there was ever a situation where that's something occurs, I wouldn't just blatantly give out details. I would try to be what's the word I'm looking for? I guess professional. I try to keep it short and sweet, very subtle. Like, I understand where you're coming from because I shared the same experience. I wouldn't say that I experienced it with my man, but I would say I share the same experience. I learned from my mistakes.
Like, okay.
Taking accountability. Like, say I can empathize with you and that I've learned from said situation. But I wouldn't put out my details.
No, I know
you
wouldn't put your detail out, but okay.
Because people deserve to know that that other people are going through similar situations, but without giving it so much detail.
Facts. So but in one of the episodes with Starfire, they're making fun of Robin being quick. And Starfire, she's like, it's okay to be quick, but she's talking she missed the whole point.
Yeah.
And the guys are just laughing at him, and it's like, yo, in the cartoon, it was like, yo, she put that boy out there, but she did it in support. Like, she wasn't trying to clown him. She was like, it's okay to be quick.
Yeah, because even though she's clowning him, he still wins because he got Starfire.
Facts.
He still wins.
Listen, if I was a cartoon character, I want me a Starfire, yo.
He still wins.
Raven.
No, I mean,
you like Goth.
The thing is,
is Lewis chiming in?
No.
Is Lewis chiming in?
Lewis is not a bandwagon, so he's going with
Raven. No, I mean, the thing is with Raven, Raven was originally my first cartoon
the devil's
kind of
daughter.
crush. Yo, I'm into the goth girl aesthetic. But what I'm saying is, in the new 52 and how she's portrayed now, she's literally a child. So I can't get behind that.
Oh wow.
They literally because she's they romance her with Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son. The newest Robin, the
twerp.
Yeah, the twerp.
I hate that motherfucker.
So she's literally she's still a teenager, and fucking Coriander Starfire is an adult with the
The thing I like about Starfire is she's just badass, but she doesn't know it. Like she's literally like Superman, but without the bullshit, in my opinion. Like she's not on that ego trip. Like Starfire is a humble person, but she's a warrior. So I think she's cooler than Wonder Woman, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman,
I mean,
I think she'll beat the shit out of Wonder Woman, personally.
No, she won't beat Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman went toe to toe with actual gods. She's not.
Oh yeah, and she's impervious to magic too.
Yeah. So Wonder Woman, they've been portraying her
like
recently.
A real fucking nerd.
Yeah, they've been portraying her recently as kind of like a dick or like a tyrant or militant, more so is the best word for Wonder Woman. I don't really like what they've been doing with her recently, or at least how they've been portraying her in popular media. But I do like Wonder Woman's character.
Have you seen the real Wonder Woman though? Like how she stands up against Superman? Bro, she is way bigger than Superman. Like she's an Amazonian, so you know what? Have you ever seen real Amazonian women?
No.
Oh my god.
How tall are they?
Yo, Amazonian women, there's this chick that's on TikTok. She's like 6'3".
Yeah.
But she's like 205 pounds. Like that's she's thick, like tree trunk. Like that's the Amazonian.
5 pounds for 5'3" is kind of
no,
skinny.
6'3".
Oh yeah, 6'3" is kind of skinny.
And she listen, Amazonian women, like in the comics, when she stands against Superman, she towers over him. Like she's an Amazonian. And
I mean, I guess in some iterations, but let's Wonder
Woman.
Woman. height?
Anywhere from 3 to 12 inches in the comics, depending on perspective. What the fuck?
That is not the answer we wanted.
Wonder Woman is currently about 6'3".
Amazonian, bro. Listen, Amazonian. If you're a chick who's 6'3", healthy, fit, bro, these are like, we're not talking like sluggish too. Like Wonder Woman is just.
Superman is also 6'3".
The same height.
And Batman is also 6'3".
Oh, wait, right there. Wait, Wonder Woman.
So okay, so it says DC Comics Justice League Heroes Tour Rainbow. Oh no, this is something else. This is something else.
Put it on the screen if you want.
Ian, what's up, y'all?
Find it first.
Ian says, "What's up? What's cracking?"
Who is taller, Batman and Superman? And yes, Superman is taller than Batman by 1 inch. Heroes height comparison.
An inch.
Listen,
an inch matters.
Listen.
I guess size.
So let's see. Wonder Woman. It
really
here,
does matter.
It says here that Wonder Woman is currently 6 feet. Superman being 6'3" and Batman being 6'2".
I don't pay attention to that. I pay attention to the photo I shot.
Yeah. So she's around, but she's still tall.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah.
Can't be taller than Batman and Superman, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you something. As a woman, right? Who would you rather be with, Ian? Batman or Superman, and why?
I'm not gonna lie. My knowledge in the DC universe isn't as advanced as it is in Marvel. So I will try my best with what I know to answer this question.
We're gonna judge you.
Bat dick.
That's hard.
How is it hard?
Hold on, how is it hard?
Because like I said, like I don't have. Okay, so give me specs from these.
All right. So sorry, I know we went off topic, but let's cut it in. Batman, all right, to me is a true hero because he's willing to kill himself if it meant basically saving people. His mindset is he doesn't kill people because if you were to take a killer and a hero and that hero kills the killer, the number of killers in the world does not change.
What if you kill 99?
You get what I'm saying? So his own thing is like Batman's mind is you live long enough to be a hero, you end up being the villain. Or you live long enough to be the villain.
So that was you're talking about the quote from The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan's run. That's what Harvey Dent said. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Yeah, and
that's what happened with Batman. So, and I actually talked to my my VP out there, my brother from another saga was cracking because we got into it because here's the thing with Superman, right? Superman is actually toxic. He is an enemy because he believes in structured world. Like he's a dictator at heart because he honestly feels like, okay, I'm superior over these people. I have to protect them from themselves. And there's even, remember when in the Justice League in the space station, he meets that God where he's like, yo, I need your help. He wants to take away all guns and weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, you're talking about an Injustice?
Yes. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. You have to let life play itself out. And Superman becomes angry. And that tells you it's crazy. Even in the game Injustice, here's the man all noble, you know what I'm saying, tries to do the right thing. And he becomes a crazy dictator when he's basically tricked into killing his unborn child and Lois by the Joker.
Yep.
He comes in and he punches Joker straight to the chest. And
wait,
that's Superman. Yeah. So
but isn't the Joker's like Batman's?
Yeah, but they're in the DC universe.
Oh, right.
So what ends up happening with Superman is a person like Superman, we call them the good old boys. Because they have a mindset that is not realistic. You want to be the hero, but you're actually the villain because you cannot control how people live their life. You know what I'm saying? And what Batman is like, no, free will. That's why he doesn't kill anybody because it's free will. He'll do it till he can't do it anymore. It's honor and integrity versus Superman tries to uphold the law. And just because it's law doesn't make it right. You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So that's what makes Superman so dangerous. Now, as far as when it comes to attractionness, like if I had to say, I choose to be Batman. My personality aligns with Batman's views. And the reason it aligns with Batman's views is because no matter how much good I try to do, I understand at any given time I could switch over and I need to set things up to set myself up to be taken out in case I cross that line. And Batman did that on Doomsday. He created scenarios to take out every member in case they became radical. And the Legion of Doom got hold of those archives and those files, and they won after the Justice League. And they all got mad at him, but he's like, okay, say someone gets mind control on Superman. Who's going to stop him? Versus, number one, Superman's a simp. And the reason he's a simp, Superman's an alpha, Batman technically would be a sigma. The reason why, and then their alter egos are backwards, right? So Superman and his, what's his alias called? Clark Kent is actually a sigma.
No, he's a loser, not a sigma.
No, but he's a sigma because he's to himself, like he's reserved. And Batman is an alpha with his entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But true at heart, Batman is a sigma because he understands that to get things, he has to basically alienate himself and do what needs to be done.
Would this be based on the comics?
Yes.
Right.
And Superman does things based on integrity, but integrity can be manipulated again because just because it's law doesn't make it right. So it's easy to persuade Superman to actually be brainwashed with his ideology versus Batman's like, no, it's all shit. Accept it for what it is. Play the card and stream the course. So that being said, who would you be more attracted to? A man like Superman or a man like Batman?
So Mr. What's It Tune says you can't say bat dick better than super dick. So here's the thing. Superman, he lives in the world of paper and cardboard.
Yeah.
All right.
Non-factual.
And so my pelvis would be paper and or cardboard Superman. Now imagine if I'm a woman, Jesus. I'm gonna have the grip.
Why do you
gorilla.
go there?
I'm gonna have the gawk. I'm gonna have the gorilla grip. It's gonna be wet. Like you feel me? It's just gonna be tight up.
Who raised you?
Huh?
I'm Batman.
If we're speaking hypothetically, right? If hypothetically as a woman, I feel like I'm gonna have it. All right. And so if Superman's fucking with me, clearly he made the right choice. He has jungle fever, yada yada. He right. He's gonna want to sleep with me out of some kind of fantasy. So when he's beating it up, he might get too excited. Either he forgets to pull out or he forgets that he's
Remember
Superman.
Family Guy?
What?
With the Superman, with the glory hole? So Superman, basically they go to a crime scene and Superman goes to a glory hole and when he ejaculates, he shoots so hard, he blows out their brain. So like,
oh my
he's
God.
like, I wonder what happened here. And it's just like, yo. So how does he basically sleep with Lois Lane if this man is,
Yeah, how does he impregnate Lois Lane? Does he control the, does he control, right? So imagine he gets too excited, he blows a hole through my fucking head because he's clapping it. I got that wet, and he's losing himself in it. Right? So that's one thing. And on top of that, Superman is regarded as like, oh, that pussy like kryptonite. You're right. So
that is like, a man's kryptonite,
right? Exactly. He's gonna lose himself. He's gonna forget who he is, and he's gonna end up killing me, bro. Imagine he grabs my waist, my thighs, bro. He grabs it too hard.
Nobody's imagining that.
Shatters my fucking pelvis, bro. Don't need that.
Did you ever hear that joke from back in the day about Wonder Woman and the Invisible Man?
No.
So you know how Wonder Woman. I'm Batman.
All right. Well, let me finish. Let me finish. And so Superman is regarded as like a Boy Scout, right? He's like a big blue Boy Scout. That's what they call him in the comics, and he's a goody.
Arab says, "What's popping, homies? What's cracking?
Yo, what's good? What's popping, Arab?" And so they see him as a Boy Scout, as a good guy. So you already know the sex is vanilla. You already know he's gonna kiss you on your lips and missionary. He's gonna say, "I love you."
Why you put so much thought into this?
Anyway, so sex is gonna be boring. All right. It's gonna be boring. And if I'm gonna be hooking up with a superhero, then I'm gonna need some excitement. Batman, you already know he's a playboy, so he knows how to treat women. This man, and he's Batman. He's gonna have me hanging upside down, some shit. He's gonna do me up in the fucking bat cave or whatever, bro. He's gonna blow my mind. He's the world's greatest detective, so he's gonna find the G spot. You know what I'm saying?
Why I feel like you're the type to be like chocolate and vanilla swirl.
Boy, about to go to the Willy Wonka tracker for you.
So it's gonna be Batman all the way. Batman all the way. He knows how to.
So you choose Batman.
I would also say Batman, but not for his reasons.
So the joke goes, and it's an old joke. So Wonder Woman has a aircraft that's invisible, and she has the Invisible Man, and Batman and Superman see them flying. She's basically she's naked, you know.
Yeah.
And Superman goes, yo, I bet you I can hit that. I'm faster than a speeding bullet. So Batman's like, you can't. He's like, watch me. So as she's flying in the air, yo, for some reason, she has her legs open, right?
Yeah.
So he flies in her ship faster than a speeding bullet, beats it up, breaks it off. And as he leaves, one of them was like, what the hell was that? Invisible Man's like, I don't know, but my ass is hurting. Like, yeah. So there's some pretty bad jokes, yeah. But
oh look, see, this is the friend I was telling you about whose hoodie I stole. My hoodie looks mad comfortable. Yes, sir, it is.
You better sleep with one eye open, cuz.
He's all the way in Orlando. I ain't worried about it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I ain't worried about it.
Long distance thief.
So for us to get back on topic, I'm sorry, guys. You know me, I go on my tantrum.
Speaking of dark
So, yeah,
tales.
they're erasing gingers. They're remaking these movies. So like, dude, they're remaking Snow White, and you know
she better be white.
She's not white though. She's a brown girl. She's a
Mexican
girl.
On, dog.
Brown. She is a brown girl.
These stories are from Europe. Why are we doing this?
Because with the way
it doesn't make any sense.
The way I see it, they use people of color, POC, as
Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
There's only one actor in that movie that played a Haitian perfectly.
Ooh.
The dude, remember when they're in the shootout in the bathroom, and the dude is basically stopping the car. He's like, the stunt of the
yeah.
He played a Haitian, but the blonde head with this is the devil here. We don't talk like that. There is no Haitians that talk like that. They literally portrayed Haitians horrible in that movie.
As witch doctors.
Horrible.
Criminal. But so yeah, they are systematically rewriting history. And the idea is that, I mean, from what I understand, the idea is that they want people to feel represented. It's all about representation. But I understand it as, shielding from critique, because people with, at least 2 brain cells are going to recognize that. They're going to recognize that these are soulless cash grabs and they're just trying to get your money. And that if you criticize it, they're going to call you racist or racist or a phobe or something. And I think that this isn't the right way to go about doing it, because
I agree.
Because I wholeheartedly, I don't care what one's color is. I just wholeheartedly believe in
let it be a good actor.
Yeah, like if exactly.
The Nick Fury syndrome.
Yeah, like Nick Fury, he was originally a white dude in the comics, but Samuel Jackson jumped in.
Perfect,
right?
They changed it.
They even changed it in the comics. They even made him a black dude.
You're Mexican, right?
On my mom's
Mexican
side.
Cuban, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine Selena is an icon in Mexican culture. Could you imagine they took Selena, they're going to do an autobiography, right? And your candidate is, what's her name? Ortega?
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
She would not be a good Selena. I understand what you're saying.
But I'm saying they take someone from her, or they choose someone like Halle Berry to play her. What's going to set you off?
That's really difficult because Jenna Ortega is the representation of the Latin culture, but
she's not.
No, we're not talking about looks, but if we had to choose,
I don't mean 100%.
Would you?
I'm just saying,
but like close enough.
Yes, I agree. Biasness.
Halle Berry, though,
but Halle Berry is
a very
black
great singer.
She's Halle Berry, the actress.
Oh wait, who's the singer? Wait, aren't the sister a singer?
No. Okay, so let me choose another.
I mean, like they can sing though, right?
Okay, let me. Okay.
Stop gaslighting me on
you know who Angela?
No.
You know who Angela Bassett is, right?
I mean, if I look at her, yes.
She was the mom in Black Panther.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The mom in Black Panther. They chose her to be Selena, versus somebody who actually represents and looks like a Mexican.
So the thing,
how would you feel?
The thing with that
is, you feel like, what the hell is this about?
Like, trust me, if that were to ever happen and they cast the wrong person,
it would be some shit.
Let me tell you, it'll be like, Sonic the Hedgehog when they fucked up his animation.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that all over again. They're gonna bully the fuck out of the student and be like, I know, because Selena is,
J-Lo did a great job, by the way.
A-Rab says, I don't think the cartel would allow that. Everyone's getting blown up.
Facts. Y'all ain't filming down here.
No, but like the way I see this, what you're describing, that's, the reason why it wouldn't work the way that it does is because that's a historical thing. And so like, right, it would make no sense that but I get it. But the thing with Snow White, and this is the argument with Snow White, Snow White is the thing with Snow White, April, you got your April O'Neil, you got fucking Peter Pan, all that stuff. They are made up characters, right?
Yeah.
That's what they'll hit you with every time. They're made up characters. It doesn't matter what their color is. You're absolutely right. But if they're not good actors, if they're not fit for the role, it goes to shit. And then if you say like, oh, the movie was bad, then you're like, oh, you're an ist, you're a phobe, right? Like, bro, people, the reason why she's Snow White and
Lauren says that's here, stupid. Snow White is named Snow White because how white she is.
No, yeah, she is Snow White.
What up, JMR? Different age, different bracket, fam. He's right.
It makes no sense to make a brown girl Snow White if the reason why she's Snow White is because how pale her skin is. You know,
Facts.
And
it's in the name.
It's in the name. And on top of that, right, with the other properties as well, like, you know, people would be. It's crazy how they got away with that, but if they made fucking Cinderella black, people would just not take that. Like,
or they made Pocahontas Asian,
or they made,
if
they made fucking Pocahontas Asian, people will not take that. You know, so but
it's just getting to a ridiculous point. No, honestly, we just want to watch a good movie. That's all we want is a good movie that carries the tradition. Yeah. At least I'm speaking for myself.
No, but you'll see this in a lot of new medias that they are actively trying to destroy tradition because it's outdated and it's problematic.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And it's like people, and when they make these things trying to change the status quo or set a new norm, and it flops, and then they blame the fans. It's like, well, I mean, it's okay. Yeah,
y'all made the decision though.
Yeah, you can say it's our fault. But you can't blame us for not liking it. Like you fucking made it. We didn't want to see it. We told you what we wanted, right? Like it's like companies nowadays are actively trying to go against what their fans want because they think that fans don't know what they want. The instance with like Spider-Man.
It's also a strategic move because they know it's going to cause so much commotion that people are going to be tuned in it just to promote it because they dislike it. No, it's a hack at the same time.
And they're going to have their small minority, the small loud minority on Twitter and stuff like that, talking about how great the movie is and you suck, yada yada, if you don't like it or whatever. Because like even though they're soulless cash grabs, they still make their money. You know,
because we're tuned in.
No, yeah. Beauty and the Beast made their money. I went to go watch it in theaters.
Lion King was butchered.
Lion King sucked, but it still made its money.
Yeah,
it made its money. I think the only live action remake that really flopped was Mulan because they tried to market it to China and China was like
no.
Yeah, we don't care. It's a bad movie.
And they didn't put Mushu in it.
They put Mushu come on, bro. Like, dude, they said that Mushu would make no sense in the movie, but then they added a shape-shifting witch.
You feel me? Like, if we're gonna go there, Phoenix commit or not?
Okay. Phoenix and the magical Phoenix that gave her ability.
Let me ask you guys something because also was in the topic was the Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? Love, we'll start with you first.
I actually can't wait to see it.
What about it makes you thrilled to see it?
So I know that I saw the trailer and what you had mentioned about it's supposed to be a fun movie, not so sophisticated. Like just watch it, turn your brain off, enjoy it for what it is.
Facts.
And honestly, I love movies like those, so I can't wait to watch it. And I saw the trailer; and it was a pretty good trailer.
Okay. So I watched the movie and I really enjoyed it.
It's out already?
Yeah, it came out on the 31st.
For Ben to like a movie
is extreme.
That's good.
No, I thought it was good because
he's a hard critic.
It wasn't reason. Yeah, it wasn't. People. I remember seeing some critics on Rotten Tomatoes where people were saying it's a soulless cash grab, and I was like, it's like, bro, it's a movie based on a video game. What more do you really expect from it? On top of that, it's like, yes, it's a nostalgia grab, but it was done with respect. It wasn't trying to preach anything to you. Just wanted to entertain you. Like that's the thing that bothers me. What happened to movies?
Just entertaining.
Yeah,
Did you see the original Super Mario movie? Super Mario Brothers? Yeah. John Leguizamo
and what was his name?
It was corny.
He recently passed.
But yeah. It was corny, but it was good because it was entertaining. Like it was entertaining
it was one of the worst movies.
It was bad, but when I say entertaining, for the time that it came out in the 90s, it was different for us. You get what I'm saying? And I think I haven't seen them all. I want to go see it. Maybe we could schedule something. We all should go see it and whatnot. But I think it's going to be a good movie, at least from what you're saying. If you're saying it's good, I'll definitely fuck with it.
No, it was pretty good. The story wasn't. It was easy to follow. There wasn't anything. It wasn't crazy. And honestly, Jack Black also made a music video for the movie, and he stole the show. Honestly, Jack Black's Bowser stole the show. He did really, really good with that role. He did really good with that role. And even when he was singing, I was like, damn, because his singing voice is so good. It's so good.
Tenacious D in the pick, bro.
Yeah, Tenacious D, baby. Hell yeah, in the pick of destiny.
So now,
check out the Mario movie. Definitely worth your time.
I can't wait to watch it. When I do watch it, I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know how it went.
Okay, final thoughts.
Right, definitely worth your time.
Okay, so as we get into the next conversation, we are going to go to a dark twist. We're going to tell you about the real story of the Little Mermaid and the real story of Cinderella. Which one do you guys want me to do first?
Cinderella.
Cinderella?
Yeah, Cinderella.
Okay. So, as we know, these stories are not what you think they are. Disney has fabricated it to make it family orientated and kind. The real story of Cinderella is on some dark shit. Allow me to explain, right? So, the version that we grew up knowing is that Cinderella's father passed away, her mother passed away. But before her dad passed away, he remarried with an evil lady. And when the father passed away, they took her in, but they mistreated her and they worked her like a mule, right? Now, while they work out the mule, the prince is having a ball. And basically, she gets in contact with her fairy godmother, who basically grants her on this night to basically be dolled up, have glass slippers, and to attend the ball, where nobody recognizes her. She's just beautiful. So when she goes to the ball, she is told after midnight she has to leave because everything goes back to normal. And that's what ends up happening. Before she leaves the palace, she ends up leaving a glass slipper. And the prince goes on a hunt to find his queen. House to house, house to house. And when he gets to Cinderella's place, you have her evil sisters and the evil stepmother who try to hide her. And basically, by luck, she ends up basically coming out. The prince finds her. He sees a shoe fits. They go, and it's a fairly, happy ending. That is not how the true story goes. In the true Cinderella story that was written, Cinderella's father does not die. Her mother passes away, and the father remarries the evil stepmother. And to prove his love for the evil stepmother, he destroys his daughter. He literally neglects her, mistreats her, abuses her. Like, it's foul. So do the evil stepsisters, and so does the stepmother. So, you know how in the movie, in the story, that the fairy godmother comes to her aid? That doesn't happen in the real origin of the story. The real story goes that she basically wants to go to the ball. They shun her out. They mistreat her. So she ends up breaking down, and she goes to her mother's gravesite, and she says a prayer. And the prayer she says, the mom spirit comes back and grants her and blesses her with the dress and the glass slippers. It gets a little bit dark here. So she goes to the ball, but nobody recognizes her. So just like in the Disney, the ball takes place. She dances with the prince. They basically hit it off and fall in love at first sight. The bell rings. She lives a glass slipper. So when her family figure out what is, it was her, they basically lock her down in a dungeon on some like real fucked up shit. And they try to, hide her. The prince ends up coming to her house, right? And it is brutal. When he checks to see if the shoe fits, the first sister actually cuts off her toes to fit her shoes in. And when he realized that she's bleeding in the shoe, he realized it's not her. The second sister actually cuts off and mutilates the back of her heel, like butchers her own heel to fit in the shoe. She doesn't get it because there's blood, there's evidence. So as the prince is leaving, she makes Cinderella makes a desperate escape to expose herself. He finds her. She puts on the shoe. She ends up, marrying him. But it doesn't stop there. When the prince learns about the treatment, he doesn't do anything to the evil stepmother or the father. But because the two evil stepsisters lied and tried to put on the shoes and whatnot, as a punishment, they're basically captive and they're basically left to have birds eat their eyes out. And that's how it ends. That is the true origin of the Cinderella story, in case you guys didn't know. Nate made sure I did my homework. I did good, didn't I? See? So,
Period.
how do you feel about that?
Honestly, good riddance to them. Those evil stepsisters.
But what about the parents? Like the fact that the dad doesn't die and he does that to his daughter, that's some foul shit.
There are some shitty fucking people in this world. Like
that's really imagine your dad remarries a new woman and they throw you in the dungeon and work you like a slave. Your own father, bro.
No, I mean it's common for
it happens
stories.
in real life, unfortunately.
And it's also common in stories for like the protagonist to either be like orphaned or having a estranged parent or like an abusive parent or something like that, just so you can relate with them more.
Okay,
things like that.
So final thoughts, Ben, on that story. What do you think? Like deep down in detail, like what basically like triggers your mind and how do you see it?
No, I mean, I think just way back then, just stories weren't really fairy tales as you understand it. They were just kind of fucked up stories that teach you a lesson, like using like I guess like fear and shit like that. Cause like you'll see like the old stories with like the Pied Piper and like Rumpelstiltskin and shit like that. Like what
the Pied Piper is a dark story.
The Pied Piper is just about like stealing children and stuff like that. And then
you know who used to call himself the Pied Piper? R. Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's some song. I'm an R. Kelly diehard fan when I was growing up. And this man literally has lyrics about how he's a Pied Piper, and his lyrics were subliminal of saying like, "Yo, he's gonna take your kids."
He takes kids, yeah, because the story of the Pied Piper is
his music
is that it was about a town had a problem with rats, and he used his music to lure them away, and they didn't want to pay him, so he lured away their kids with the same magic that he used to lure their rats. So he took their kids, presumably to eat them, and then you got the story with the Hansel and Gretel. And that was essentially about their parents losing them in the woods because they couldn't really afford them, and
they sold them.
And so
Jack and Jill roll down the hill is about them being put in a guillotine and their heads getting cut off.
It's about
it's dark.
It's about the beheading in France.
It's really bad.
They really think about Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack rolled down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
Guillotine.
Oh
yeah, that's why I told you it was gonna be dark, love. So final thoughts on the whole Cinderella.
Pocahontas was 12.
Yeah, she was raped.
I want to hear more stories.
Okay, so I want to hear the true story about the Little Mermaid. This one really fucked me up when I did my homework on this one. So in the Disney version, mind you, the Little Mermaid's dark because she has a mental illness and it's really, really messed up, like the deal. And she ends up being soulless in it. But before I take place on that, the Disney version of the Little Mermaid is that Ariel is a mermaid, also known as a siren, right? We all know what sirens are. Right. So in the Disney movie, she falls in love with Prince Charming. She makes a deal with the Ursula, which is the queen of the ocean, the evil queen. And as an exchange, they exchange her voice box, and she has a certain amount of time to make the prince fall in love with her. And through that, the Ursula sabotages her along the way and basically, tries
to make it so she doesn't fulfill her end of the deal.
Fulfill her end of the deal because Ursula has beef with Triton. So it was basically a way to get back at that. Obviously, Ursula's plans are spoiled. Ariel basically falls in love with the prince. They basically kill Ursula. They get together. Story, happy ending, right? And the real story of the Little Mermaid is really dark and twisted. Ariel actually is suffering from a mental illness. Her mental illness is she is a hoarder. She basically, that's why she has all those things, and it gives her dystopia, which is, we all know what that is. It messes her up psychologically. So she ends up seeing, mind you, Ariel's a little girl.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, she's not a teenager like in the Disney. She's actually a little girl. She basically makes a deal with Ursula. But the deal in the movie, it says her voice box. No. Ursula takes her voice box out and literally takes her tongue. And part of the deal is when she goes on land, it is painful and excruciating for her because every time she takes a step, it is like knives going into her legs. So she suffers as she goes through it. And the prince is not Prince Charming. He's actually a pedophile who has multiple women laying around. And he's only attracted to Ariel because she's a child. So he's a pedophile. And then in the true story of The Little Mermaid, what makes it even worse, he does not fall in love with her. He actually ends up using her and basically tosses her to the side. So Ursula comes to collect, and in one final attempt, she gives her ultimatum. She's like, you have to kill him. So in the true story of The Little Mermaid, she actually gets a knife and she goes to the prince and his lover that he chose over her, and she's going to kill him. She doesn't have it in her to do that. So Ursula comes back and collects and basically diminishes her into like a spirit.
Yeah.
And she basically, before she goes out of spirit, she doesn't have a soul. Sirens don't have souls. So now she becomes like not a ghost, but like a spirit, like an entity.
Yeah.
And because she doesn't have a soul and she didn't confine it in herself to kill the Prince Charming, she basically ends up getting blessed because as she's a soul, she just helps people. And that gains her a soul where she actually could transcend and go up.
Oh, wow.
That's the ending for her. But what basically, here's the crazy thing. Her sisters and siblings out of retaliation become evil. And then that's what basically, because what happens to Ariel, they end up basically singing to Men to the Sea and they kill him as revenge for what happened to Ariel. That is the true origin story of The Little Mermaid. What are your thoughts on that? It's dark, ain't it?
Wow.
Stupid kid.
So the man she wanted, mind you, this to show you the sacrifice. The man she wanted is an actual pedophile. Uses her, gets rid of her, chooses somebody else. When she basically made the deal, she didn't only lose her voice. Ursula actually took her tongue. And every time for the moment she was on land, it was excruciating pain for her. That when every step she took was like daggers and knives going into the soles of her feet.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, imagine not having legs all your life and then so, all of a sudden you get
it's
legs.
Painful.
Yeah.
So what are your final thoughts about the true story of The Little Mermaid?
I'm not going to lie. How would you guys feel if instead of recreating live action Disney movies, they recreated the Dark Tales?
I mean,
they have
tried.
Yeah, they have.
But because of licensing, it's very hard to do so. That's why, like, now we have Winnie the Pooh, the murder one coming out, the Evil Grinch coming out. Like, so eventually Disney's going to lose that license, and I hope they make a Brothers Grimm version of it.
Oh,
because
like
it's going to be dope.
A horror genre too. Oh my god.
Horror genre to your beloved fairy tales.
So
I would watch that.
So what do you think? How would that make you feel? Like now knowing the truth of the story, like how does that make you feel, love?
Like I want to watch it in the movie theaters.
The new one?
Or no, like the story,
the real version?
Yeah, the real version. I don't know. Like there's just something about just creepy, eerie, just
you're one of those.
The whole vibe of that story, I was just like, I need to see more.
What about you, Ben?
No, yeah, honestly, I think that'd be really cool. To see like a darker take on what was once understood as something that's supposed to be family friendly. Like I know there's a lot of hype that came up for the Winnie the Pooh movie, the horror one or whatever.
Wait, did it come out?
Yeah, it already came out.
I need to see that.
Did you see it?
No, I don't like horror movies.
Well, we all could get together. It's not. I don't do spirit horror movies.
Jason
like
to hold your hand.
It ain't happening, cause. But I mean, shit. Well. You know what? I'll set it up. We're going to basically watch it. We'll do it at my house. I just got to clean up. I got a nice little 75-inch. We all could chill at my crib, make some popcorn, and we'll watch the movies. And we'll give an honest debate for you guys. So we'll let you know what our insight was.
And Jason and I will hold hands.
What?
Nothing.
Hold hands.
Woohoo.
And me, you, kiss.
And shit, you got me fucked up.
Kissy kiss.
The only thing you kissing is these knuckles.
Okay.
Ooh.
These nut-holes.
I'm glad you said that because I thought you were going to say these nuts are, my black ass or whatever. And then he would have been something like, oh, yes, bring it here.
Yep. That's why you can't play with him. Well, it's only funny when one person does it. Okay. So that is the story. Now, as we get into our next segment, guys, Oh, actually, let's go through the comments real quick. A-Rap says that's like making Pocahontas Asian when it came to basically choosing different selections.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh yeah, it is the Grimm Fairy Tales. And then he also says that's where the original Rumpelstiltskin, Hansel, and
Gretel. You meant
Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood is pretty dark as hell too.
Oh yeah, so like the fucking with Little Red Riding Hood, the wolf, eats her, and the wolf kills the grandma, eats the grandma, or it doesn't kill the grandma. The wolf eats the grandma and eats Little Red, and then the woodsman, he fucking just chops him open and he pulls her out.
Yep,
he pulls him out, chops open the wolf and he pulls him out.
Okay,
so that's how that ends.
So on our next topic, we are going to talk about 30s edition, things we wish we knew that we know now, but we didn't know before. So we'll start with you, love. What are some of the things that you're how old now? 24?
Yes.
Oh my God, you're a baby.
I'm a baby.
I'm just a little baby. What are some things that you have come to knowledge with that you wish you knew when you were younger?
Bro.
Lay it on us.
We actually have a few videos for you guys that I found on the internet.
Let's put it up.
I wish I knew what taxes were.
Exactly.
I wish I knew that women lie.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I had a hat and a bat and a girl I would call her.
Period. So this is the first one.
All right.
I thought of Jason when I saw this video. I was like, Jason, fact check this for me. So after fact check this for me, please.
Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s. If you can see the top of Lincoln's head, your car needs new tires.
Lincoln?
Oh yeah, it's a tread test. I knew that one.
But
already.
that's not accurate.
I didn't know that.
I'll explain why.
The top of your head, Mr. President. Okay. Oh, we're good.
Shout out to Sydney Raz on TikTok. I love his videos. I see his videos and I'm like, oh, I did not know this. So
this guy looks cringe as hell.
Okay.
And he has wonderful hair.
So if I may explain that one, right?
Please.
The reason why that's not accurate, back in the day, yes. But with technology, new low profile tires, slicks, different type. Like I have Michelin Power 3s on my bike. That doesn't work for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So for like older cars and certain tires, yes, that's very true. If you can see the head of the penny, it works. But if you're running slicks, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
it
doesn't.
On the tire.
Exactly.
Oh.
All right, let's see another one.
This one is my favorite. I had no idea.
Love, you are slow when it comes to this.
So did y'all know that the Apple Watch can do this? All right, watch me. I'm going to type in the total on the bill, right? And then I'm going to press tip. It shows what 20% tip is. Scroll up, 21% tip. And then if it's like two people, it's going to show you how much each is supposed to give if it's a case that you split the bill. Wow.
Okay.
I didn't know this.
That's not interesting at all.
I didn't know this. Yes, it is.
It's
Because I'd be at the
interesting
restaurant and I'd be like, oh my God.
But here's the thing, I feel some type of way about that. Tip is based not on how many people have eaten. Tip is based on service.
Yeah, you get your tip based on
your service and what you perform. You could have just downloaded the app on your phone. That's what I do.
Or you can
like when I took you guys out to eat to Coyo Taco.
Look at this.
That's all I did.
I didn't know.
Or you can just fucking
This is
do
awesome.
math. Or just give them
Or you can do math,
$5.
yeah.
Guys,
$5.
my
Don't do it.
watch is me and my watch have almost died together.
Explain.
Okay, so me and this watch
Story
are
time.
thick and thin. So you bet your ass that every time I'm at a restaurant, I'm gonna use this. So I saw this and I'm like, oh. Anyways, story time. Me and my friends a while ago went to Ginny Springs. And we were in the water, splashing, having fun, ha ha ha. And they give out floaties.
I just love how girls tell stories because they get so much detail. I admire it. I'm not
so
making
much
fun
detail.
of you.
No, I hate it. Just
Why?
Tell me what I want to know.
Man.
Anyways,
I don't know what day it was. I don't want to know what day it was. I don't want to know what you were wearing.
Shut up. I don't care. Anyways, they give out floaties, and these floaties, the hole in the middle was small. So me getting through it was kind of a mission.
Mm.
And next thing you know, I'm rumbling and hustling with this floaty, and I try to sit on it, but I sit too far back and I lose my balance, and I end up falling backwards into the water. Mind you, when I fell,
Legs in there.
yeah, I was like, ah! That was me, literally in the back.
Stop.
Stop.
I fall backwards, and I didn't catch my breath as I fell, so I had no air in my lungs when I was in the water.
Did you inhale the water?
A little bit, but not too much. I was like suffering, but I tried really hard not to suffer. So my best friend was there, Damien. Shout out Damien. And I literally go up, I grab a hold of her floaty. Pobrecita, she was looking at me like, oh my goodness, like I traumatized her, to say the least, because I was like,
did you drown her?
No, I didn't drown her, but she was looking at me, and I was, coughing up water. I looked like I was actually drowning, but I was like, that was me. Literally. And then after I finally caught my breath and I came to, I looked at her and I was like, I'm so sorry I traumatized you. I'm fine. I'm okay.
You almost died.
So what did that have to do with your watch?
I was wearing it when it happened.
Oh.
Jason wanted to know the story, so I told the
Yeah.
story in detail.
Mr. Asshole.
Sound like a story of you almost drowning, not okay. No, fine. I am the asshole. Who cares? Who
Okay.
cares?
All right. So
Story.
we have another video to show you guys. These are segments wishing things that we knew when we were younger. So let's go. Is this dude being serious right now?
It's like he's
For
slicing
real.
it.
Oh
Just
my God.
looking at it, it was like he's slicing something with a pizza cutter. You know,
Yes.
I have an opinion on these videos that you're showing me. And I'm gonna say it after we finish watching these videos.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
I forgot to put the sound on. I apologize.
Look at that.
Just
Genius. Innovative.
Huh? Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s. A pizza slicer can be
is there any more videos of this guy? Is it just this guy?
Yes. It was very
Ben
difficult.
finds him repulsive.
Incredibly. All right.
It was very difficult to find good videos.
used to cut vegetables.
He's doing a horrible fucking job.
Look at that. That's like,
I'm gonna teach you something.
I would do that.
I'm gonna teach you some things of how to do this, but the correct way.
Bro,
Okay.
the thing with this guy is his energy is like
Monotone.
no, it seems like he seems the kind of person that's just like, I'm quirky and adulting is hard. And
Although thing is hard.
yeah, it's so fucking crazy.
Can you look up a video while we talk? It's gonna be on YouTube. College kids use a can opener for the first time. I want you guys to see that.
Oh, okay.
We've been using can openers wrong in our entire lives. Okay, so what are some things that you know as an adult now, love, that you wish you knew when you were younger?
So when I was a kid,
2 years ago.
when I was a child.
Oh, which one
2
is it?
years
Do you
ago.
know which one?
That one.
This one? This one?
Sorry,
Nice.
we'll get back to you. Hold
That's
on.
okay.
This is cringe. Look at this.
They're all watching.
These are the people who don't know if they're a cat.
These guys are allowed to vote.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. This is so cringe. Struggling, Doug, for fucking, and she's not even doing it right. She's amazed. This is our future, yo. You're doing it wrong.
She can't even pierce the metal, dude.
But that's not how you use a can opener.
Oh, she's doing it. Nope.
Why is she? It's like almost watching Kylie Jenner or Kylie one of the Kardashians try to cut a cucumber. This is cringe.
Oh my god, I saw that one.
Look at this.
Is she doing it?
Why are you
Yeah,
going
she's
backwards?
Is she going righty tighty?
She's supposed to go
Lefty loosey?
either
I don't know.
like forward. Like
She
Don't
opened
cut
it.
yourself.
you know, cut yourself. That's not how you.
That was so
Cringe.
they're
Yeah.
really clapping.
Cringe.
Aw, they're
That was
clapping
so
for
bad.
her.
Oh my god.
So bad.
You're such a supportive person. It's cute, but it's actually like,
Oh
really
my
Nate?
god. Okay, we have to watch this one.
You're
But
supposed to use your thumb to turn the top of an Allen key.
You guys
Yes?
relate.
No?
Yes.
do
So,
I look like a handyman to you?
You don't have to be a
Handy
handyman.
Maria.
It's
Common sense.
you even did it naturally.
What?
Using the Allen key. I was actually proud of him because he's done
Allen
it.
key.
Watch.
Ellen Key.
That's how you do it.
It's just
It's common sense.
I mean, how else are you supposed to turn it?
Some people are like this, but you do it with your thumb.
I don't know.
I know you because you don't work with tools.
That's
Love.
I mean,
I
he
don't.
might be doing it performatively, but
Mhm.
that right there is so cringe to me.
Okay.
Okay. So stop with these. Let's get back to you,
Yeah,
love,
this is
and then
funny.
we're gonna get to Ben. Give me 4 things that you learned as an adult now that you wish you learned when you were younger.
Not gonna lie, I do heavily relate to that can opener thing because let me tell you, when I was a kid
Mhm.
and my mom wasn't home and I wanted to open up my favorite can of raviolis, I couldn't do it,
Chef
and they didn't have the
Boyardee,
some of them didn't have the thingy.
the little flap to
Yeah.
quick open.
Yeah.
So-
But mind you, even then,
Mhm.
when it did have the thingy, I opened it and I cut myself. And I nonstop bleeding. I was so traumatized. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
So I will say this, right? A can opener, for y'all who don't know, you don't put it on the side. Okay. You take you take the can opener and you hold it in an upright position like that and you pierce the side. The reason you do that, there is a magnet, as we know, on the can opener. So when you hold it like that on the side and then you twist from the top. So when it basically breaks off, the magnet pulls the top off already. So you don't have to take a spoon or anything. That is the proper way to use a can opener. For those who didn't
I mean, I know how to
Oh.
use it now.
Now you do. Okay, so give me some examples, love.
Honestly, nothing too special. Just the basic,
Give me 4 examples.
things that you know how to do as an adult, which is just like
Can
doing
opener's
laundry.
one.
Oh, can opener is definitely one. Doing laundry.
What hack did you learn? What were you doing? How were you doing laundry before that made you realize you were doing it wrong?
I would literally, this was me, a ye lad, putting the reds and the solids and the whites,
Oh, you just mixing it all up.
mixing it all up.
She's not racist, y'all.
What are you
She
talking about?
loves integration.
I put, bro. Okay, listen.
Wait, let her finish. Okay, so that's 2. Let me get a third one.
Like Ben said, I don't even make taxes. I don't even know how to do my own taxes. I go see a guy for that.
Yeah, I need to
See-
do my
see,
taxes.
yeah, I haven't done mine either.
My brother does his taxes on TurboTax, and I was highly impressed. I'm like,
no,
you
TurboTax
are
is a
an
fucking
adult.
scam.
Depends. Okay, but taxes doesn't count because that's part of responsibility. Like, what blew your mind that you realized you were doing it wrong before,
There's-
or you learned like why certain things are the way they are? Give me one more example.
Come back to me.
All right. What about you, Ben?
So the thing about the laundry that Nat was talking about, you can just toss in the colors together. They have detergent that doesn't make the colors bleed.
No, but I was putting the whites in too. Like,
Yeah, she wasn't separating.
No, yeah. I said what I said. You can put in the whites with the colors.
Okay.
You can. They have detergent that makes it so it doesn't bleed.
Yeah, the oxy. But here's why you don't do that.
Because
Because when you're doing whites, you have to use a chemical called bleach.
you don't have to.
You don't have to, but it's essentially if you want to keep the prestiginess of the whiteness, that's why you use bleach and that's why you separate the colors.
oh, but don't you also
Or
wash?
OxyClean.
Don't you also wash whites in like
Hot.
hot water, and then
Yes,
the colors in cold-ish?
Yes.
Well, then there you go.
Okay.
But
What about you, Ben? What are things that you realized at your age that you were doing wrong or you didn't realize they were the way they were that you know now? Give me 3 examples.
How to tie my shoes?
We'll come back to him. Explain.
Honestly, I was exposed to adult life at an early age, mainly because of the kind of television that I watched. Mainly because of the kind of television I watched, and that also because of that in turn made me more relatable to adults, even as a child. Believe it or not, like I got along with adults pretty well, even as a kid. Not like that.
Choose your words carefully.
Yeah,
your
but,
words
no, but
carefully.
like adults felt like they could talk to me as they would their own peers because just the way that I carried myself even as a kid because of the kind of TV that I watched. I watched I can say that Family Guy definitely shaped my humor and my understanding of like references and stuff like that.
Okay.
I also liked How I Met Your Mother and growing up, and the Simpsons when it was more of an adult comedy instead of an irreverent comedy. And also when adult comedy meant that the jokes were a bit smarter instead of lowbrow as it is with the
but
with the modern television.
what I'm asking is like
I don't know.
What life? So
I can't think of any of these.
I mean, as a kid, I didn't know how to open a can with a can opener, do laundry, wash dishes.
Okay, so let me list a few,
Yeah.
right? You know, like the water gallon, not the water gallon, the milk gallon,
Yeah.
and you know how on the side it has that little bubble thing, like you know how like the shape of it, and then on the side of the gallon there's like an indent with a circle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, you know what that's for?
Mm.
Because when milk goes bad, we usually smell it, right? So if milk goes bad, that circle pushes out to let you know that it's expired.
No way. You're serious?
Mhm.
No way.
I was 32 years old when I learned that.
Wow.
Oh, then I guess one trick is you can use the fucking the to-go boxes that you get from the Chinese places as a bowl.
As a plate.
Yeah, as a plate.
Like if you open it full, it opens full and it turns into a big plate. It's not to just be scooping in. So it basically is folded up in a certain way. You unhinge each side and then it opens up to a big plate and then it sits the rice like that. That's
the more you know.
Yep. Another thing, cars, right? I did not know, like, say that you don't have a jack, right? You could actually basically, first off, for those who don't know, before you jack up the car, you have to loosen the bolts. Always loosen the bolts. But if you do not have a jack, it's physics. You could literally go over a speed bump or like a, what do you call that?
Median.
A median, right?
Uh-huh.
And you just pull up your first two tires and you turn the tire to the left if you're trying to change the left rear tire, and it will lift the car.
Oh,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
very interesting.
Huh.
You guys didn't know that?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't know that.
I wouldn't do that with my car, so no.
Okay.
I'd call my dad and be like,
Papi, Dad,
no, Dad. I'd be like,
Dad.
can I turn my left to the wheel? And then he'd be like, what?
That I
I'd
want
be like,
to.
Natalie, no.
So,
Speaking of my dad, he's probably watching.
Me no creo.
what's up, Dad? How you
What's
doing?
popping?
Oh, he's in
He
the
was just
comments.
hopped in. Which one is he?
Blown twice?
Yes.
Oh, yo.
Natalie,
Man,
I'm proud of you.
Yo, shout out to Nate's dad, Joe. Nothing but respect. You raised a beautiful daughter.
Ha.
You know, growing up, my dad kind of reminded me of
You
like
gotta
Jim
say it
Carrey.
you gotta say it like
Yeah.
a Mexican.
You definitely raised a daughter.
Like growing up, when I was a kid, my dad, mi papa.
Mi papa.
Papa.
Mi papa.
No, so other hacks I learned is if you ever have wrinkled clothes, you don't need an iron.
What can you do?
You could do two things. You could actually just take the shirt and throw it in the dryer for like 5 minutes, and the heat will actually.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Also, speaking of the dryer, say that you want to dry your clothes extra quick without basically wasting energy.
Yeah.
You take a damp towel, right? And basically with your dry clothes that are midway dry, the damp of the towel, you throw it in there, the steam alone will cook the clothes and make it dry even quicker.
No way.
Oh.
But this only works with damp clothes
Yes.
or like wet clothes out of the
No,
washer?
damp clothes. So like say that you did and you realize your clothes are still damp, throw a heavy towel in there and the towel is going to absorb all the heat and it's going to basically help your clothes dry even faster.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Also, If you ever have like an outlet plug and you have two going in, if you basically cross them over and slip one under, and then you basically plug it, you know how like you have an extension?
Yeah.
You run it that way, so if it tugs, it will not unplug.
Wait,
Oh,
what advice do you have with loose plugs? Like you put in the thingy and then just falls.
Oh, you gotta replace it. There's no advice to fix that. You replace it.
When you say
Yeah.
like the actual outlet itself,
plug it in
uh-huh.
and it falls out.
The plug or the whole piece?
No, the outlet is loose. Like when you plug it in, like it, like imagine like with this, it comes out right after just messing with it.
Oh,
you replace
so
that.
You replace that unless you want to do some ghetto rigging shit, which in that case,
put a fork through it.
Don't do that. You'll lose your eyebrows.
Hold it in place with a fucking toothpick.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things like that I think we're realizing that we've been doing wrong our whole lives, and it's kind of like almost mind shock because it's like, damn, I've been doing this wrong for so many years, and it's like shit. Like,
what are your guilty pleasures
regarding
just anything?
Somebody get Logic a home ec class to teach.
Yes.
And ebonics, a home ebonics.
Yes.
Somebody get Logic a home class. Listen,
you be teaching all kinds of things.
Well, because I learned a lot, love. Like
teacher logic.
All right, I give you that. I learned how to fix a lot of things because again, I'm in a house that's broken. So again, it's not to toot my own horn, but you have to look at it this way.
No,
right?
He's tooting. He's better than you.
Toot, toot.
No, I ain't better.
And also suck your mother, rude boy.
That part. It's just I enjoy fixing things. Like that's something that's always basically been something I love to do, whether it's people, whether it's devices, whether it's electronic, because it's like it's like you're in your own element and you learn something. Like I remember as a kid, I used to just take things apart and put it back together just so I know how it works. You ever took apart a watch? That shit is fucking hard. There's also times I took things apart and I'm just like, yeah, I broke it. Like it ain't going back.
Anyways, tell me your guilty pleasures, you guys. Like
I'll
music, food, movies, or
I'll let Ben go with that one. My guilty pleasures are a lot.
He's
not. Matter of fact,
wrong.
you start that.
I am one of
since you want to bring up
pleasures.
that.
So
let's talk about your guilty pleasures.
I brought this up once to like a group of friends, and they looked at me really fucking weird, and I'm like, guys, this is so delicious. So tuna, with mayonnaise and corn. I would put corn in it.
Sweet corn or regular corn?
Sweet corn?
Sweet
regular
corn?
Kernel corn? I don't know.
Okay, so
they'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "That is so delicious."
I'll
or like
with some hot sauce. I would definitely tear that up.
Or like my go-to foods growing up, like like if I was like as a kid, let's say I was hungry and I didn't want to bother my mom to make me food, I would make like those boxed up like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
With like Vienna
Idaho
sausages.
Potatoes.
Yes, the Idaho potatoes.
Oh, you like Vienna sausages?
Or the hot dog ones with like the cheese in the middle. Those are good.
Oh, you be eating some hood. You be eating those spicy sausages off the ice cream truck and shit.
Some of my friends, as like that kind of food, they'd make leftover rice with scrambled eggs.
That's fire. That's like
I've tried it a few times, but I didn't really grow up with it, so I sometimes just doesn't come to me.
What about you, Ben?
I'd say one of my guilty pleasures. I like to watch slice of life anime.
What is that?
Slice of life anime is just like it's like in a high school setting, or it's just like the animes where it's not fighting, it's just people talking and like going through the motion of living, and like it's like relatable stuff. Like one anime that I enjoy watching a lot was called Toradora, and it wasn't anything, it's not like a Naruto or a One Piece. It's literally just a story about high schoolers falling in love, and that kind of stuff, like
falling in love.
And like I'm kind of like in my day-to-day I'm kind of like more calloused and like reserved when it comes to romance and stuff like that, but like seeing that guilty pleasure.
What movie made you cry? I'm curious. Like, what movie? Sorry to change topic. I just want to know what is if there's one movie out there that literally had that pain in your throat and how you volunteers. What movie was it?
Not a single movie has ever made me cry. What has made me cry though is anime, and what the specific anime that has made me cry was the one that I just said, Toradora.
Not even Marley and Me.
Maybe. No,
Never seen it.
I got sad. I was a kid when Marley and Me fucking. So I was sad, but actual tear like in my eye, like I could feel my eyes watering. That would be Toradora.
Toradora. What
Yeah,
about you, love?
Fucking, I was like,
There was a movie or a show I watched recently that made me cry. What was Lilo and Stitch? It was
Why?
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, when he dies?
ooh,
Y'all
What-
didn't know?
What do you mean?
dies?
Who dies?
Stitch dies in Lilo and Stitch, the movie too. He dies.
What,
Oh, does
like
he?
for real?
Yeah,
For real?
mhm.
He doesn't come back?
No.
Jason. I mean, this is an old movie, so it's not much of a
Ian
spoiler.
thought the boy in the striped pajamas was really sad.
Dude,
Yeah, that's
yes.
pretty
I
man.
thought that was sad, but I wasn't too bummed out. It was
One-
That was a really sad movie.
Christian Shaw,
No, but Lilo
Christian-
and Stitch was the first movie. I
Kirsten
don't know.
Dunst. There you go.
I don't know if I was just moody, you know. I cried extra hard. I'm like, when she said Ohana, and I was like, oh my god. Yo, watching back these like movies that you watch as
Mhm.
kids, it kind of
It
just
hits
hits you
different.
different because it's like, whoa, like the subliminal messages in these movies are a lot deeper than what I had thought when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Two movies made me cry.
yeah.
First one, Titanic. Not because of Jack and Rose. What made me start crying is the part where it's the old couple in the bed and they're just holding each other as the ship's going down. That shit hit me hard.
Oh, I thought it was genuine.
Shut up.
Some bitch nigga shit.
The second one, believe it or not, that the second movie that honestly got that pain in my throat and I felt was Armageddon. When he basically
When he flew into the fucking
when
no, that was Independence Day.
that was Independence Day. Reason why it got me is because they draw straws and it ends up being the fiance of his daughter, and he pulls his air plug and pushes him back into the ship, and he's like, "I love you, Dad. I love you, son," because he's always looked at that dude as a son. He didn't have a father,
Yeah.
so when he does that and the way he just sacrifices himself to save
the
the
world.
world, but realistically his daughter, that one hit me in my feels.
Damn.
Okay.
Honestly, what movie doesn't make me cry? Like,
Yeah. No, movies don't make me cry. Anime makes me cry.
Hey, anime, there's some anime shit that, I remember dudes were crying in the theater when fucking Ash got basically
When he got
turned
turned
into
to
stone
stone.
by Pikachu, and Pikachu goes, Pikachu.
He was like, Ash, my nigga, wake
Yo,
up.
come on, man, I'm about to straight up.
bro.
So now, here's where this show is gonna get interested. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna give angry compliments.
Angry compliments.
So since you chose this one, I'm gonna let you start with it first. So you're gonna give me and Ben compliments, dead tone, serious aggressiveness. Let's
Okay.
go. Start
Oh,
with
and
Ben.
also, I have a little tune for you guys to hear
A
little tune.
that you created.
that me and my boys created. Yes, because we are.
Can I rap
we are
over it?
artists. No, it has lyrics on it, but there is a part where you can rap to it. So
Okay.
I'll tell. So I'm gonna airdrop it to the computer door.
Computadora.
Well,
But before that happens, like you're doing that, let's hear some angry compliments, love.
You're such a fucking great guy, Jason.
Wait, you're smiling. You gotta be serious.
Stop.
You gotta
Guys,
be
I'm
serious.
really terrible at being a mean, angry bitch. You know. Oh,
no.
what?
Sorry,
Wait, was that it?
that was it. Yeah,
that was
you're good.
nice.
Guys,
Oh,
we're gonna let you hear some of the sample work, and
No,
if
no,
there's
we're
a
gonna do
clear-
the angry compliments first because the
Angry
reason why I'm
compliments
sharing it because it's
You wanna
cringe.
set the-
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Are we gonna
cringe,
hear it
and I
through
want-
here?
Yeah,
is it? Oh, I love
yeah.
that. That's gonna sound nice.
It's very cringe, but
All right, Nate,
If-
continue.
I
You're
like
such a fucking funny guy, Ben.
Thank
That's you giving
Yeah.
angry compliments.
Angrily and it got.
Yeah.
Something tells me I'm
You got a fat fucking cock, mister. And I'm trying to see what's good.
It's the fact that he goes.
Oh my god.
That is all.
I knew
That's
it.
all?
Yeah.
All right, you want me to go first with you or
Yeah.
first with you?
No, you. Oh, I don't know. Pick and choose.
I'll let y'all choose.
What can I say nice about? What is nice about that?
I just knew this was gonna happen.
You have a good fucking sense of style.
Thank you.
You're
I tried really hard.
All right, I'll go with Nate. You know what, man? You need to understand something, bro. Fuck all this bullshit. You're in a league of your own. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know what you've been through? You know all the sacrifices that you've gone through? You need to own that shit. You need to be proud of yourself. Because the truth of the matter is, yo, a lot of things gone against you and you rise every single time. So I don't want to hear none of that weak shit. You better understand that. And I'll say it one time and I'll say it again. You're in a league of your own. Own that shit. You know you're better than that, yo. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying to you? Own that shit, girl. How was that?
Yeah. Made me kind of.
No. All right, let's see, Ben. Yo, real talk, my G. I know shit be going crazy, but you need to understand something, Doug. Life's gonna beat you down, but if you go down 7, Doug, you're getting up 8. Fuck all the bullshit. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, Doug. Just like her, you in the league of your own, bro. You could do anything you put your mind to. Listen to me. Look at me when I'm talking to you, cuz.
I can't do that.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. I believe in you, but it don't mean shit unless you believe in yourself, cuz. Get that. You need to understand that. You want a better life, you strive for that shit. All the things that you thought you couldn't do, you did. Ain't nobody holding you back but your motherfucking self. Own that shit, cuz.
Yeah,
Own
man.
it.
I am what you would consider
Is
to
that
be
angry
bashful.
enough for y'all?
Yeah, thank you, Jay. You do have a fat cock, though.
We got adults in here.
Yeah, we're adults, so we can, you know. I mean, come on, look at he's 6 foot. 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot, cuz.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I said. Didn't I say 6 foot?
Yeah.
I said 6
What
foot.
that got to do with anything?
He's 6 foot. He's black. He's bald. You know he has a big dick. I'm wrong?
No.
Confirmed.
Right? And you know he's uncircumcised.
Turtleneck? Is that what that means?
Turtleneck, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Turtleneck gang.
You're circumcised.
Yes.
Oh, poor guy.
So no turtleneck gang?
Turtleneck gang, hoodie gang, hoodie gang, hoodie gang. You already know what it is.
Remember, I was nicknamed Darth Vader.
Nice and shiny.
You're enjoying this way too much. Listen, I didn't name it. That's what I was told.
The attic
okay?
matches the basement.
Oh my God. Jesus. Oh, you're stupid. You're stupid. Okay. So,
I am your father.
now, as we get into our last topic, guys, this is where it gets
Hoodie
crazy.
gang.
Ian's hoodie gang.
Hoodie gang,
Ain't no
hoodie
hoodie gang here. Okay,
Hoodie gang.
All right, before we
listen.
go, let me play that
I
song
like.
for you guys.
Listen,
Yay.
All right, so this is
let me know the part where I can freestyle
Yeah.
too, because I'm
So-
gonna cut it up.
no, you'll know immediately. Like once the singing actually stops, and you're good. So or I'll
But you got to give me a topic
yeah.
to go off on. What am I rapping
So
about?
it's about so the song is called Peanut Butter and Jelly, right?
Peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah.
Peanut
And
butter
so-
jelly time. There he is. Where he at? Where he at? Now there he go. There he go. There he go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now.
There
Okay,
you go.
I gotta stop. My back hurts now.
So me and my buddy Eric, you can find them at Overcast Music on Instagram. Me and my buddy Eric, we like to make themed songs about food. And so one of the
So I'm gonna talk about food.
yeah,
All
so
right.
one of the most recent songs we did was called Broccoli Addict, and it was about vegetables.
Okay.
And so this one is a love song, and it's about peanut butter and jelly.
Aw.
Right, and so that's called PB and J.
Natalie's like demonetized.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for real.
So that's what the song is about. It's gonna be a love song about peanut butter and jelly. Feel it out. It's really cringe because it's mostly my vocals.
Let's go.
And
Yay.
it sounds, and it's not done, but this is what we have so far. All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
Check it out.
Well, I'll let you know. Yeah.
No, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
About to spread you like butter. Yo, love is no other. We pulling numbers, that's what to your mother. Bust up the others, I'm looking like thunder. About to get you queued up, cause I'm trying to get food up. When I'm in the studio, it is my duty to smack on your booty.
Yo, check it one time. Here we go. She got a body like a goddess, feeling something in the magazine, the type to make a man scream. She got me feeling like I want to cream me up like an Oreo, stuff for real good, it's all hood. Took her back to the crib, getting in the rib. You know what it is, up in the kryptonite, puffing on the kryptonite. She's up in the kryptonite, best believe her, but she's gonna break it off all right. She got me feeling like I'm in fast food, so quick, so slick. Got me feeling like I'm about to hit. I ain't never been the type to quit, and best believe hit her up with that cool whip. Oh,
and that's it.
all right.
Bravo, Logic.
Okay.
So what do you guys think?
I actually like the beat.
Yeah, the beat was good.
Oh
The beat was
my
good.
god!
Not
I'm
bad,
putting my playlist.
not bad, cuz. Not bad.
You already know what it is. Shout out
Good
to my
job,
boy.
very good job, very good.
Thank you. Shout out to my boy Eric.
Shout out.
Overcast Music.
Eric, sorry.
He was
I understand my bars are weak, but understand.
No, that was
no, it was off the dome, so that's fine.
Fact.
Like
That was great.
it's still cohesive. Yeah. Like it took me
Vitalis, keep the cipher going.
the beats.
Hey, you know what? Let's do a quick segment of a freestyle. No beat though.
No,
Oh, no, I have a beat to rap on for you actually. Let me just
Really?
find it.
I
Yeah,
refuse to participate.
I got a beat.
Come on, love.
Jason, there's nothing up in here.
There's plenty up in there. Girl, your name is Nate. You the reason why these other bitches hate. They just
Hey.
mad because they mans try to penetrate, but
Hey.
you the type to regulate and think straight. Come on, yo, it's easy.
Oh,
No,
you
it's
know what?
not.
Let me. Yeah, I'm about to send it to you guys right now. Yeah, you like that, right?
Dude, I'm gonna be singing that. That's gonna be in my head.
For real, we gonna be riding out to that shit like peanut butter jelly.
Is it on Spotify?
It's about to be.
Oh!
You already know what it is. So let me.
Whoop,
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I
So
refuse to participate.
this beat, Jay's heard it before. This beat is called Nefarious Nigga.
Stop it.
Let me see.
Get Jason on the feature right now. Next big hit. I do it for love, y'all. I'm a hip hop head, yeah. I've been spitting since I was a young buck.
While I look for
Am I
that,
lying?
Watch. This is gonna go on the internet, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, Jason got bars," and you're gonna get signed. You're
I
gonna be
got
like,
more bars in the
"Famous."
prison yard.
more bars
Period.
in the motherfucking prison. Yeah. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna do the thing.
I want to listen to it again.
Yeah.
So
That's really good.
The last topic was the Tyler Perry situation. I think we could save that for the next one. Or you guys, what do you guys think? We could save it for the next topic.
We could because like that topic.
Sorry guys, we're
gonna
running
go-
short, so we're gonna do this cipher. Let's see if your boy still got it.
So, no, this is not it though. This is actually the other song I was telling you about.
Hold up, sit
gonna
back
keep
and
looking
let me
for it.
take a sip of this broccoli water dipping with broccoli chips. Got the Florence, got the green, we got the collie. Am I gonna drink another gallon? Probably. I'm a real fucking addicted, nigga. It's a real fucking problem, nigga. Somebody fucking help me, nigga. Somebody help me, nigga.
Either way, who gon' stop him? Pass the collie, you know I'm gonna pop him. Drop, nigga, wash it off. Put the collie in the flour and we popping off. Yo, it's white and it's fluffy like a birthday. Eat the flour and I'm pulling like it's my birthday. I'm acting up, I don't think I got enough. I need that cauliflower. Yo, I think it give me power.
Stromboli nigga, Stromboli
sauce.
nigga, Stromboli nigga,
About to polish it off.
Stromboli nigga, Stromboli nigga,
Nigga.
Stromboli
Nigga, where's Stromboli at, nigga?
Stromboli nigga, Stromboli nigga, Stromboli nigga, Stromboli nigga, but nigga, Stromboli nigga.
Yeah, we got the veggies and the meat, it's a medley. Yeah, Stromboli, broccoli, we got celery. Yeah, we keep it low on the calories. Yeah, that bitch's name was Mallory. Yeah, and she was showing us her memories.
You found it yet?
The salad was a sight to
I
see.
found it, but
Yeah,
I can't.
I'm
It
eating
won't let me
salad with my
save. I'll
niggas,
send it. I'm gonna send it.
I'm eating salad with my
It's fine.
niggas.
We'll go off acapella.
No,
No
trust
beat, no beat.
me. You're gonna want to listen. I mean, you can go. Yeah.
No, I want you to join me though, man.
That was nice,
No,
but I like PB&J better.
We don't need a beat. Let's just talk, off the top, yo. Let's go. You really still looking for the beat? Let me hear something.
I found the beast. It won't let me send it through.
Ian
AirDrop.
broccoli.
Broccoli. Let me see. How can I? You guys don't let me stop you. Keep going.
I need a beat. But
right.
I'm only.
Oh, you know what? Okay, we'll just use this one then.
All right.
Everybody say sausage, keep it going.
Oh my god.
Peanut butter jelly. Hold on. Well, how's that shit go? It's like it's a group of girls. I'm like, I like peanut butter. I do down there. I don't fucking know.
It's something like
Egg, bacon,
cheese
egg,
sausage,
bacon, cheese, sausage.
And then it's like the freestyle where it's like
egg, bacon, cheese, and sausage. Not the baddest bitch, but I got
the sauce.
an apartment. Or I don't fucking.
Just gonna like freestyle rhyme it, you know.
Me? I don't know.
Yeah, we all say sausage at the end.
Oh
At
shit.
the end of the bar.
Nah, we're not doing that. That's gonna be.
That's not the beat, but this is one that I did make.
All right. This is the instrumental.
Yeah.
All right. One time for the show, 2 times for the money. All right. I'm just trying to feel the beat. You know what I mean? It's like double dutch over here. So let your boy spit up some skills. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So let's see. So a dude been hitting, nigga been switching in the fast lane. Just another nigga. Hold up, messed up. Trying to feel the beat. Does it drop?
And when it was dun 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 dun, that's the
what-
drop. Yeah.
okay. Here we go. Another day, another dollar, another reason for making no dollar. I'm working at 9 to 5, just staying alive. Reason to job, that 88, that birthplace, that trust create. So many niggas is living a dream, something like hard for the team. While I put it on like young G. Understand, this life ain't easy. I'm out here just being greasy while other niggas just being greedy. I got my team. And best believe, like she said, I put on for my team. Now we got black, we got white, Asian sensation, got the game going on that point, smoking on them white boy joints. Best believe I do whatever can. I'm just living up to the sky, getting by while I'm puffing on lies. See how quick that time flies. Best believe it's like do or die. Criticize. I mean, everybody got some place that they just want to be. But me, I'm just sitting here just trying to be free. Put my mind at ease. Best believe we don't compose please. Best believe we don't keep it cheese. But life is hard and far from easy. That's the reason why I feed the needy. Like I'm just going in. No friends. Don't be pretend. Got my family what I can see. What you gotta do is own it. Make sure that you're up on it. From here to California, like crip shit, like real shit. That light you up. Something like a concert. No for me putting in that hard work. What you want with it. Gotta go get it. My words are smooth. You would think your boy is straightforward. Justice can't touch this like hammer. Thugging it out till I'm in the slammer. This man, cause I use proper grammar. Table manners, but at the same time keep it hood. Like what's good is understood. If I could, my nigga, grip the wood. The 4 pound make you bow down.
All right,
this
take
is
this one
my
on for
town and
size.
make it go down.
I'd like to begin.
All right.
All right.
Try this
So
one on for size before you head up.
With a fact, whether in a small town like McAllen and the Rio Grande, or in Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles, it is business.
This is the one I was trying to send you.
all right.
Business.
It's that West Coast, cuz. Let's get it.
Big business.
Yeah.
Business.
Yeah.
Big
Thug
business.
it out to state property. I listen up to Bone Thugs Harmony. This is that hip hop, that TikTok, that nonstop. Fuck that, no Pro Tools. Me, man, I'm old school. That they lost hit up on the floor. See your boy go hardcore. See, I'm from that Kendall riding imports. Best believe smoking Newport. Nigga, I'm doing everything I gotta do. Work like I'm child support. I don't trust these hoes, I don't love these hoes, and I don't even fuck around with these hoes. Cause I got that flow, that money. Have these niggas looking funny. Scratching on the neck like they got that monkey. Best believe you don't get so type ugly. Wanna talk about paws, my nigga. I got that prison yard. That dog gave me that whoop whoop. Best believe that whoop whoop. Behind behind the car with the sirens. The police say I'm defiant, but I got the knowledge cause a riot. And the flea beefing ain't my diet. So I do what I gotta do to make it through. Niggas out here just calling cold blue cause they can't breathe. I'm at ease, but believe I keep it all street. I'm easy, not easy, but at the same time don't tease me. I got bitches that come dime a dozen. So out here, man, I ain't really thugging, I ain't really bugging. I do what I gotta do, try to make that paper green. That dead president, a real resident. Honestly, I'm still hesitant. I looked up to the sky, puff fly. Just me on this earth trying to get by. That 9 to 5 don't kept me alive, kept me out of all that trouble. But at the same time, gotta hustle, regain plays like I'm playing Madden, granting wishes like I'm in Aladdin. Fuck that shit, gotta make it happen. Ain't no tripping, ain't no lying. Fuck around, nigga, I'm stay supplying. I'm popping perks, I put in the work, and best believe I thug it out till I'm in the dirt. All right, as you guys know, that was just us having fun, yo. You know, good times, yo. Make sure if it's your first time that you hit this, you check in, you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe. Love, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at Natalie, 2 I's, 2 E's, _01 on Instagram.
Let's go.
You can find your boy at Sir Zaniel Ben on Instagram. You already know what it is. Each beat you heard was produced by me, except Broccoli Addict and PB&J. That was co-produced by, PB&J I did with my boy Eric, and Broccoli Addict, he made the beat himself. I just kind of featured on it. But, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the music.
I did.
And on that, you know, us, your gearhead, Mr. Logic himself. You can find me at Logic142 at Instagram, yo. And as you already know, this is one thing for sure, two things for certain.
I was not supposed to say one thing's for sure. I was supposed to say two things for certain. Can we do it again? Oh, fade back. Can we do it again?
All right, as you know, this is one thing for sure,
two things for certain.
Let's go.
Take two.
Take two. Oh, my back is killing me. Jesus.